Ukrainian seafarers occupy a significant place in the global maritime industry and are proudly considered to be highly qualified professionals. According to the official data, there are about 70,000 seafarers in Ukraine employed on foreign-flagged vessels. The Marine Transport Workers Trade Union of Ukraine is the only ITF-affiliated maritime trade union in Ukraine. The MTWTU unites about 60,000 marine transport workers, around 30,000 of which are seafarers. The Marine Transport Workers Trade Union of Ukraine was founded in 1992, and its primary purpose is to protect labor and socio-economic rights of its union members. The MTWTU negotiates with employers at the national and international levels, actively supports campaigns initiated by the international organizations, in particular the ITF, and is engaged in the social sphere of its union members' lives. The Marine Transport Workers Trade Union of Ukraine is the only organization that since the year of 2008 has been actively lobbying for the ratification of the ILO Maritime Labour Convention 2006, well known as MLC 2006. Ms. Cleopatra Doumbia-Henry, Director of the ILO Labour Standards Department, has visited Ukraine twice to meet with the government of Ukraine as well as with the representatives of shipping and crewing companies. In particular, in the capital city of Ukraine, Kiev, Ms. Doumbia-Henry held a working meeting with the representatives of the relevant ministry. Besides that, the MTWTU has repeatedly appealed to the President of Ukraine, the Prime Minister of Ukraine, and the Chairman of the Federation of Trade Unions of Ukraine to take all the necessary measures toward the earliest ratification of the Convention. The MTWTU appeals have been answered, and in 2013, the Minister of Social Policy of Ukraine has signed the decree to bring the national legislation into line with the MLC 2006 as soon as possible. The union team regularly visits the vessels covered by the MTWTU collective bargaining agreements, fulfills the requirement of ITF Seafarers Charter. The MTWTU as well works with seafarers' complaints, trying to resolve them with a positive outcome. The MTWTU actively supports all the campaigns initiated by the ITF, and for the second year already, the MTWTU team visits the largest number of vessels in the frame of the Black Sea Week of Action. Youth movement plays an important role in the MTWTU structure. The MTWTU Youth Council has been in existence for over 10 years. In addition to campaigns which involve union activists, the union pays attention to the training of young people. The MTWTU also cares about the future young seafarers and workers of the industry. The union equips computer classes for cadets and students, care for the equality of education of young professionals to be held at the proper level. The MTWTU as well cares about the health and welfare of its union members. The union has introduced health insurance programs for seafarers, and today the total number of seafarers insured reaches 3,500. The MTWTU tries to become a part of life not only for seafarers but for their families as well. To be able to perform that, we organize a variety of family activities. For children, the MTWTU regularly conducts New Year matinees and visits to children's entertainment complexes. For the whole family, we organize closed-run movies, tourist trips, water park days, and much more. This year, for the first time in Ukraine, June 25 was celebrated as the Day of the Seafarer. The MTWTU invited seafarers together with their families on holiday, where 10 respectable union members received gifts from the union, certificates to purchase household appliances. The union doesn't forget about gender equality. Every year on the International Women's Day, the MTWTU congratulates ladies with small presents and flowers. The MTWTU takes extremely seriously the problem of HIV and AIDS. Ukraine remains the leader in Europe in the prevalence of HIV infection. In order to change the situation, the MTWTU conducts information and prevention work. We also conduct surveys to find out whether the seafarers enjoyed activities and which activities they would like to attend in the future. In 2001, our union has established a charitable fund of maritime transport called MoreTrans. In 2001, our union has established a charitable fund of maritime transport called MoreTrans. The main direction of the charitable fund activities is to assist the maritime industry employees and their families, seafarers and families, students of higher maritime educational institutions and veterans of the fleet. The fund takes all necessary measures in order to attract the attention of government and the community to the problems of maritime transport development and seafarers' problems. In particular, MoreTrans actively lobbies the future Ukraine's ratification of the ILO Maritime Labour Convention 2006. The priorities of the fund are health and social protection of seafarers and their families, people with cancer, people with disabilities, veterans of the maritime industry. The fund provides charitable assistance to finance the wide range of programs scientific, educational, environmental, health, cultural, amateur and sport. More trans helps seafarers calling the ports of Ukraine who find themselves in the emergency situation. While the MTWTU resolves the issues with ship owners, the fund helps in solving daily problems, supplies food and drinking water and hygiene products. One of the examples of 2014 is our support rendered to the crew of motor vessel Volga Don 5021. In addition to this, the fund provides charitable assistance to the most in need, orphans and children from large families, particularly seafarers' families, as well as to the child cancer patients. The charitable fund More Trans conducts Christmas events for the family members of dockers and port workers, as well as provides the financial assistance for training of port workers on the job. The fund also supports organizations providing welfare services to seafarers calling Ukrainian ports, like Seamen's clubs. In order to keep all the union members informed of the MTWTU developments, we publish the newspaper Seafarer and the magazine Maritime. Our union is widely represented in social networks, and we are constantly working on improvement of our internet site, where we publish the industrial and trade union news, conduct online communication with union members, post photos and videos from all the activities.